Alright, hello guys, welcome to today's video tutorial. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to install a Flutter script from this amazing website called Canyon.net. So the first thing I want you to do is to go to your preferred browser and search for code Canyon.net, just the way it is here. And once you do the search, you're going to see an interface that looks exactly like this. You can go ahead and use a search bar to search for a particular script of your choice, or you can go ahead and just copy this and paste it. All right, so today I'm going to be walking you through how to install this Flutter script. So this is a Flutter complete parking application. So it's a parking spot booking application, and yeah, just like it says here, it's a complete solution. So let me walk you through most of the features that are here. So this application or this script has a real-time parking availability, reservation and booking, watchman assistance, and lots more. So payment methods like Stripe, PayPal, there's Firebase integration, and it's obviously written in Flutter. So you can go ahead and look at the details about these scripts and um, just learn more about it. So in order to proceed, we want to go ahead and add this script to cart, and doing that, we're going to see this pop up that brings out a little detail about this script. This is a $49 script, and you're going to go ahead and purchase the script. In order to purchase, you have to go to checkout. Checkout is a screen where you get to add your credentials and proceed to make payment and automatically download the application. So I'm not going to be walking you through that part because this script has already been purchased. And because of the course of this video, I'm just going to be stopping here. Go ahead, follow the procedures. It's a straightforward process. And once you get your app downloaded, and ensure to unzip it and get ready to use it once we're done. So just like every other programming course, you need Flutter SDK in order to run Flutter, right? In order to run this Flutter script or this mobile application. And so the way for you to get to install Flutter SDK is to go to the official documentation, which is through docs.flutter.dev/get started/install. And you're just going to follow these steps that are being shown in the official documentation, and then you're going to get started. So the first thing we want to go to do is to choose our development platform, which is Windows for me. You can go ahead and use Mac OS if you're using a Mac operating system. So the first type of application, the recommended is Android, and our Flutter application is Android. So we're just going to go ahead and select Android. Then to start building Flutter on Windows, you need to confirm your software requirements. You need to confirm your operating system, hardware requirements, and the whole needed requirement in order to get started with Flutter. You need to make sure that your system meets these requirements because this is very important. Else you're going to be having a couple of unknown bugs or some kind of crashes in your application, and it might really be a system thing. So once you're done with that and you're sure that your system meets the criteria, all you need to do is to go to the next step, which talks about installing the Flutter SDK itself. So down here it says to install the Flutter SDK, you can use the VS Code Flutter extension, or you can manually download and install the Flutter bundle yourself. So here we have two different tabs here. The first one is to use VS Code to install, and this is just by going to your extension side of things and then automatically downloading it. The other side is to download and install from here directly. So I'm going to be walking you through how to use this other method, which is the download then install Flutter directly from this official documentation. So you're going to go ahead and click on this button. The current version of Flutter that we have at the time is Flutter 3.32.8. This is a stable version at the time. The rest of the older builds of Flutter can be found in this SDK archive, where you can see Flutter 3.29 and the older versions of it in case you want to install another version of Flutter. So once that is done, you need to create a folder where you can install Flutter. Okay, so a typical example of that is this. So first of all, your downloaded Flutter SDK should look like this. The path or wherever it is should look like this. So you have it in your user profile and in your downloads. It can be in your document or any file, any folder under your root directory, and then you have the Flutter SDK. But note this is still a zip version. So in order to unzip it, you need to create a new destination which is inside this dev folder. You can call this dev anything. You can call it development. You can call it Flutter SDK. You can call it anything as far as it's unique. So once you're done with that, you need to extract this inside of your dev folder where you're gonna call this. This is gonna be Flutter. So once you extract this, the folder that is inside of it is called Flutter. So you want to extract that and put it inside this dev, and then you're good to go. So your final path directory of your Flutter SDK should look like this. All right, so once that is done, you want to go inside this Flutter folder, and once you go inside this Flutter folder, you're gonna see like your bin folder. You just want to copy the path of your bin folder, and you're gonna need it to update your environment variables. So you can run Flutter commands in PowerShell in order to add this, or you can use these controls in order to access your environment variables. So once you get to your environment variables, you want to go ahead and do two things. Either you're going to edit. So if this path already exists in your local machine, you want to go ahead and edit it so that it carries the current destination of your just downloaded Flutter SDK. But if it's new, if it doesn't exist, you just want to go ahead and click on new. And once you click on that, you create a variable name, you call it path, and then you want to go ahead and add the variable value. Once that is done, you just go ahead and click on OK 3 times or as many as the pop-ups were. This is just to confirm that everything is just good and ready to go. So once that is completed, I want to show you how to get your Visual Studio Code in order to start running Flutter. So while most of the people like using Android Studio, the course of this video tutorial, I'm going to be using Visual Studio. Android Studio is the recommended, or is usually widely recommended in many mobile app development. But for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to install Visual Studio and going to be running this Flutter script through Visual Studio Code. So the way you're going to get here is through using code.visualstudio.com/download. And here you can see different options in order to successfully download the Visual Studio Code IDE. And do confirm the system requirements that is needed. Once you click on this, it triggers the download, and this download, you just want to go ahead and select your download location. All right, so your download location can be in your downloads just as it was in your Flutter SDK or your documents, any one of them, depending on what you really want to do. You go ahead and save it here. So once that is saved, your download is completed, and you want to go ahead and open your Visual Studio Code and start running your Flutter script directly from Visual Studio Code. All right, so this is my Visual Studio Code, and um, let's just get right into it. This is my prospective YAML. Over here, we have all our dependencies that are being used in this application. So I'm just gonna go to the command terminal. Yeah, So I'm going to run a couple of functions. So in order to get started, for most of you, you're going to be prompted to automatically run a particular command, FlutterApp get. For most of you, you just need to flutter clean. Oh, this is not right. Oh, sorry about that. So you just need to say flutter clean. This is the first command you need to do, and this is majorly going to be deleting some dependencies and just scraping out some configurations. And you're going to be seeing like a couple of red lines everywhere. So what you want to do is to FlutterApp get this. FlutterApp get. So this command is going to reinstall and configure everything back. It should be in alignment to um, your code base, right? So you just want to go ahead and run it, and then once that is completed, you are going to run the application. So in order to run and see how the application looks like, we're not going to be changing anything here. I just want to run the application and show you how it looks like. So you need to connect your emulator or your physical device. Once that is completed, you want to go ahead and say flutter run. This is the command for running this flutter script, and it might take a little bit of time for you. This is your first time, but um, once it's completed, you're going to be seeing your application up and running. Yeah, so this is our application just running right now. So it starts with a splash screen, ParkEasy, and this is the onboarding session, onboarding screens. So that is it. You can go ahead to log in with your mobile number, or you go ahead to use your Google login. So overall, that is how our application looks like, and we just purchased the script, and that is how you can install or purchase any script directly from codecanyon.net and run it in your local machine using Flutter SDK. Thank you, and see you next time.